So HSR has been out for about 2 years now, and after the 3.2 livestream, quite a few CCs have apparently quit. Now let's quickly go over the livestream first. So we're getting the 5-star character in Light Cone Shop. We'll be able to exchange for a free 5-star character, notably Ron May or Luo Cha. We're getting 30 pulls, which is nice, I guess. They're implementing an exchange system for additional dupes on 5-star characters. Mind you, the system is pretty much just for whales who already have characters with max eidolons. We're getting Zila, Blade, and Fushun added to the standard banner alongside their 50-50 lost selection pool system. And they have announced a new future limited 5-star character coming this year. Oh, and leak disclaimer here, there is already a rumor of who and when it might be. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I'll gray out the screen during the spoiler, so feel free to skip ahead. So the rumors going around are still not yet confirmed, obviously, but it seems like the free 5-star will be coming in 3.4, which is going to be Finance and the Fate collab patch, and is apparently an Archer, so take it as you will, as nothing is confirmed yet. But back to what's official, we're getting additional story content added to Penacony apparently, and they added more cutscenes in the actual story and some other stuff. And we're also getting Castress with her global passive as expected alongside an Axa. And this seems to have overshadowed kind of everything else for a lot of CCs. And I mean, I do get their point of view, right? GachaSmack has posted a video in which he goes over the live stream as well, and in which he announced that he was basically quitting HSR and ZZZ. Now, while I agree that most of his complaints and takes are completely valid, I do want to come back on some of them to clarify and comment on some stuff.
How many times has Ron maybe been reran now? Huh? So, but maybe 85% of the whole entire veteran player base owns Ruan May. So we can make an argument, maybe 10% of us, 15% of us are benefiting from this. What about the veteran player who already has a Ranmei or even an E1 Ranmei? Can customize non-boosted 5-star characters. Oh, first of all, I don't even know what the fuck this means. And I've been playing the game since launch. What the hell is a non-boosted character? Does that mean that they don't have eidolons? Is that what that means? And if we, if we analyze this in the opposite direction, does that mean that if you do have like an E1 Blade or E1 Scylla, then you can't put them in the shop? I genuinely was, this is what the wording that they used in the translation. So they did not specify anything at all, like not an ounce of the details of this. They literally are stalling the fucking details to keep you on the hook. They can outsource anything they're doing in their game and work on it simultaneously because they can just go, here's the money, go get the team to work on that while we're working on this. And so they can have a team working on 2.8 while a team's working on 2.7, while a team's working on 2.6, so on and so forth. Main stories are planned for more than a year in advance. That was the only thing I needed to hear because it came straight from the guy himself. They do not work on a 6-week schedule in any capacity. All these things are being worked on in advance thanks to the power of money.
Now, apart from the fact that Ron May has only been reran once and that I was actually looking to get her if she ever came back, she is still viable mainly in super big teams, and I would not say that she is expired or obsolete per se. Now, is there a stronger support? Yes. Does that make her unusable? No. If a character is 10% or 20% stronger than the last one and you feel like your character is unusable because there's a better version out there, then I think you might want to change point of views. Imagine if you bought the newest phone from Apple or Samsung. When their new version comes out, do you then need to switch phones instantly? Is your 3090 or 4090 unusable once Nvidia's 5090 comes out? Even though it already came out. But hell, man, yeah, that would be one heck of a life that you would be living if that's the case. Yes, all gacha games are predatory, but if that's the way you work, I don't think the issue is only coming out from the game. I think it's more of a you problem. Always wanting the newest character and always needing the newest character isn't exactly the same thing. Anyways, sorry for the small rant on gacha players, but I think it is interesting to point out that you are not forced to exchange for Ruanmei or Luocha. You are given a currency that, from what's written, has no expiration date for usage. that then allows you to exchange for a 5-star character that is in the shop, and additional characters will be added to the shop in the future. So if you don't want Ranmei or Luocha, which all characters added to the shop are in there permanently, as it said, you can just not use it and wait until a character you want gets added to the shop. Now I know what you're thinking. They're going to be adding shit characters in the shop, and they will keep giving you characters that are obsolete, and I mean, that's a completely valid take. Only time can actually tell what they will put in there, but I also don't have high expectations. What I could suggest would be to take it as a free rerun collector. When a new character comes out, you sometimes hear the, oh, I'll get it on the rerun, right? For multiple reasons. Either they don't think the characters is a good enough investment right now, or they just don't have enough pulls. Well, I kind of see this shop as kind of the same thing. If I miss a character on the rerun, or if I need to save my pulls, I'll just wait until it drops in the shop or reruns at a time where I can. Concerning the standard banner, I just wanted to clarify for those who might still be confused about it. They're adding 3 new characters to the standard banner, which now ends up with 10 5-star characters compared to the previous 7. Now, from those 10, you will be able to select 7 of them that will become then your 50-50 lost pool of characters. Only in your character event banner though. Note that this does not apply to the event Lycon banner or other banners as well. GachaSmack also said that they are teasing us about content that isn't coming in the 3.2 patch. They're teasing without giving us a date nor details to keep us on the hook. Yes, they are. That's basically what dev live streams are for. They're meant to hype up future content beyond the upcoming patch and keep players engaged. It's a standard practice in live service games and is not predatory in itself. As for asking for specific details on buffs given to characters in 3.4 in the 3.2 livestream, in my opinion is pretty odd, since until this livestream we weren't even sure which characters would officially get buffed first. We just knew that old characters would get buffed. As for details, why would they give details on 3.4 content before details on 3.3 content? Lastly, for the main stories are planned a year in advance take, yes, this is not the first time they've said this, since previously they said M4's story would last about a year. Main story is the plot, the same way One Piece's story is already over. That doesn't mean the panels and episodes are already done. The story of Amphoros is already written, that's what that means. This pretty much goes back to GachaSmack's take on how in 7 days, animation studios produce 20 minutes of anime, comparing it to HSR's 6 weeks of a few minutes of cutscenes. So let's clarify this. Anime episodes aren't made in a week, and HSR's update aren't made from 0 to 100 in 6 weeks. That is just their release schedule, which is why an anime is announced a year or 2 before it even begins airing, because they've already started working on it. Hoyo, being a billion-dollar company, does have enough to deal with that 6-week schedule, which has been shown since we're not having any game-breaking bugs each update, nor do we get many delays to patches. Yes, they can work on stuff that is in 2.8 while another team works on 2.6, and they most likely do, which is how they're able to keep that consistent 6-week schedule. Now, being a billion-dollar company, can they do more? Yes, I doubt they wouldn't be able to, but you cannot expect the 2.8 patch to be finished before or at the same time as 2.6, for example, because you can pay as many people as you want. When a team needs another team to finish their work first, before they're even able to start theirs, you cannot keep going faster by hiring more people. If you've ever worked on a project in a team, in a company, you would have noticed that it is already quite challenging to avoid overlapping when there are a lot of people in the group. A lot of times it's faster to just do something on your own instead of everyone having a small portion of it. Why? Because team members don't always think the way you do. So trying to fix multiple bugs with different teams can end up with one team making the job harder for another, and vice versa. Time is money, but money isn't time, because sometimes money just can't buy more time. Overall, I think the livestream was a bit like every dev livestream, a bit boring, but overall the things that came out of it are pretty nice, I would say. even though I would never refuse more rewards. Now, if you're on the fence about quitting HSR, the power creep is pretty strong. The enjoyment of the story always depends on the person. Some like it, some don't. If you're spending money in HSR that you shouldn't be and you feel forced by the game to do it, then quit. You might not be suited for most gacha games. If you don't like the game, you don't like the story or gameplay, basically you don't even know why you're playing HSR, you might just want to go ahead and quit. If you feel like you're wasting your time, just do something else. If you don't enjoy playing the game, what reason do you even have to play the damn game? But if you enjoy the game and you feel like quitting just because you see so many players quit or because you see so many negative comments about the game, I do think gacha games are best played on and off, so maybe take a break and see when all this stuff has calmed down. You can feel heavily influenced by what people in the community say, whether it is about a game you play or something you do. Cast vs Global Passive has scared a lot of people away, but there are some people who just don't give a shit about it. I don't blame those who are complaining and quitting because of it, since their point is completely valid. But at the end of the day, what others do shouldn't matter to you, and all gacha games are predatory, some more than other. If you can't control your credit card, or having a gambling addiction, you shouldn't just quit HSR. You should just quit gachas. And if you weren't affected by this whole global passive drama thing, well, good luck to you in your gacha pulls with the extra 30 pulls you're getting with the anniversary, and hopefully I am lucky enough to hopefully not lose my 50-50 again. But with my luck, yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.